Want to be on top? All right, so today is part 2. So we are talking about episodes 3 and 4, also my review and commentary in between the recap. So episode 3, let's get right into it. Let's not waste no time. So episode 3 is the makeover. So I'm thinking of the only thing I can say about the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders is that they will never take away hair, because one thing I've noticed that they always make sure people got inches, even if it's little inches or what. They will never be like, let's give you a pixie, like I like that because like being in that, like when I auditioned for ANTM like a decade ago, I told you guys before, I literally was just like, they're gonna cut my hair. I know they are. Like I sensed it. I know they're gonna cut it, but anyway, so they go into the hairstyles. I'm just like, they still have to make, just want to get you guys number right, they still have to make the number go down to 36. They're at 44. So they're at 44 and everybody's getting makeovers. Some touch-ups. The one that I liked was that they had a black hairstyle, so I'm gonna cry. Like little stuff like this is just like, I get like little goosebumps on my arm because it's like, yes. I was like, yes, like what are you doing? So they're just basically getting makeovers. We got people turning to blondes. We have people turning, I don't see anybody turning to reds, but that's how I have down here as well. Can y'all put some more redheads? But I guess, yeah. I was like, yeah, put some more redheads. And then they go based on your skin tone as well, which I like as well, because sometimes like certain colors don't look good. Like for example, like I love maroon red hair, but it does nothing for my skin. My skin is very much brown. So like probably like a honey and shades of like blonde look really good, because you got to do it based on your skin tone. So I like how they kind of went and like it was a science. It wasn't like we're here to make you look ugly, we're here to be mean to you. So Kelly's parents, so I have Kelly, basically she went from blonde to chestnut. Her family basically sacrificed everything. They were divorced on her 18th birthday. Like basically the marriage was over, but they've stayed together to basically put her through school and all this, which I think is commendable. But I really like the fact that millennial women and Gen Z women are just like, them yo kids, just playing, hey, just playing. But I do like that there's this new wave of like, if I'm not happy, I'm gone. I'm not gonna sit here and stay with you. I'm not gonna give you 18 years of my life for that. So I love that they started doing that. So now it's time, okay, which like I said, I know, even though like I am like a nobody, I know that you have to know the Thunderstruck choreography. Like, it's like being a model and being like, oh, we have to take pictures. It's in the job. So many of them were just like, oh, we have to do the choreography? What are you saying? That's their whole signature. Anyway, so Thunderstruck choreography training ensues, and I have on here just from I'm gonna say sciences, but just from like perspective, the choreography is very doable. And I know I'm speaking from like advantage, but like it's very doable because the high kicks that they have you do, the high kicks are loosening your hamstrings. You need loose hamstrings to do a split. Okay, I'm not saying I'm a splitologist, but the choreography, each part of the choreography makes sense. Like even when they do the stretch where they lean forward and they have their leg onto the next person, they're stretching their hamstrings so they can make sure they're stretching their groin, making sure their groins all like and then the finale of the high splits. Now, from a doctor's perspective, it's the worst thing you can do to your legs, especially as a woman, because we walk on our hips already. But I digress. So one of the girls, Caroline, she's a sister of Ann Kate. I can't say her name. I'm sorry. Anyway, so she had hip surgery, back surgery, and just a lot. Dude, like just watching it, like they had so many surgeries on their feet and stuff, and I'm just like, my heart is breaking for them because I don't know. My heart's breaking for them because I know it's hurting. I know it hurts each time they do it, but it's part of the job, But hip surgery, back surgery from a couple of the girls talk about that. And then Madeline, in 2002, her daughter, 2022, her, sorry, not her daughter, she's a daughter of the father. Her father ended up going to the upper room because he had mental health issues, because once he hit, her parents basically met on the field. Her mom is a former DCC class of, I don't remember. And basically, like, once he started losing, you know, because like he was a cameraman, and like I said, cameramen back in the day, they were, if your man was a cameraman, you have money, okay? But as technology evolves, like a lot of handheld stuff was, you know, robotarized. That's not a word, roboticized. And basically he started losing jobs. So he started, you know, bringing that negativity back home, which, like I said, I always say this, I don't care what type of day I have. I literally have had times where I literally like had a bad day and I still come positive, because y'all don't deserve that. Like, do not come to people like that. But he came home and brought that on. So he ended up going to upper room. So like for her to have that level, just have that level of strength, like there's just some people that their strength is out of this world. So Madeline, and so the cuts, there's 2 weeks before the game and they still haven't made certain cuts. I'm just like, this is heartbreaking. I don't know why you guys don't cut them now. Anyway, so Emmett Smith comes in being 55 and looking good, black don't crack. I have on here, why did they wait so long to cut them? I was like, I know, because like it's like literally 2 weeks before. It's like if you're gonna say, Claire, you're walking in Versace tomorrow, and then 2 weeks later you're just like, actually, you could have saved my time. I could have been doing something else. But I mean, that's their process. So Anisha, our Indian goddess, ends up getting cut because she rolled her ankle on one of the high kicks and they couldn't cut her. And I just don't understand why. I don't understand like why they had a full conversation. Like whenever they, that's the only thing I can take away, I can say, is that whenever they have elimination, like to each person, you come in, I don't know, you just don't say, hey, we're letting you go, but let's talk for a little bit after. Just do that. Don't come in there and insult my intelligence. Like the napkins there. Like, I don't understand the napkins there. You know, I don't get it, baby. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, them cutting her, Anisha, that makes sense. A lot of people said it was demographically based, but honestly, I would have cut Anisha because she's an entertainer. She's an entertainer performer. She's not technical. Okay. A lot of the kicks were very restrained, and you have to be able to whip that kick out back to back. Okay. So episode 4, God Loves Dallas. So basically they have a pastor opening up the episode with a sermon, basically saying how there's like a Dallas church they all go to, which I like how they I want to say soft launch, but they nicely put faith into the series. So I don't want people to feel like they're trying to force Christianity down their throat, because that's not how God wants people to disciple anyways. Okay. So I know they kind of slowly put it, but anyways, so I have on here 8 days, but now we are now 8 days and we have 40 people still, and the spots are 36. We have 8 days and 40 people still. And so they have them put on the outfits, and they still need to cut people. Now, my issue is the fact that, like, you have me basically putting the jersey on. You're just like, I don't know if you're going to play or not. It's just like, that to me feels like, I don't know, just psychologically, like, just cut me now. Like, it's like being with a man. It's like having a boyfriend, girlfriend, and like 2 weeks before y'all get married, he's like, I don't know if I want to get married or not. It's either we're getting married or we're not. You know, like I feel like emotionally, like I felt what these girls felt. I really am empathized with them, because like I don't understand why we're still not done with this yet. Like there's a lot of parts where I was just kind of like, but why didn't you just say? Like, why? There was a lot of parts where I was just like, but why didn't you just say that, baby? Like, you're bringing me along. Anyway, so everybody's fit into the uniforms, which that was another thing too, that like I told you guys, I wanted to audition to be a DCC, and the uniforms, where is my butt supposed to go? Like some of the uniforms literally, like I said, there were some melanated queens in there. Shout out to y'all. But the uniform, I looked on the piece of paper, I zoomed in. I think the largest uniform is large. So anybody above 14 probably can audition, even though I keep saying that. And large is pushing it, okay? So I don't know if these are American sizes or not, but I did notice that. So we go to Victoria. Nutrition issues, comments, social media. She took a year off. Pressure with being legacy. Like I was kind of soft launching before. She did have a mental break. So during COVID, she ended up taking a year off, and then she came back, and then now she's re-auditioning because she's a veteran, and she just felt like so many people were nitpicking, zooming in. Like, once again, like, I know this is social media and you guys feel like these people are not real. They're here for your entertainment, but these are real humans. These people go home to sleep. They are somebody's daughter, somebody's father, somebody's auntie, somebody's niece, somebody's brother, somebody's sister. Like, they're real people. Yeah, I feel like these are AI, ironically, and you guys can just say whatever to. Like, these are real people. And one thing I don't like is when y'all come later and let's say they go to the upper room and you're just like, oh, we always loved you. No, you didn't. Sorry. Okay. No, you didn't. This girl literally, I saw some of the videos where she's called herself big. I was like, what are you talking about? You're not even a size 4. But when you keep seeing every day, okay, Claire, your nose is weird. Claire, your ear is weird. Claire, your eyebrows are of weird shape. Like, you keep seeing that every single day. It starts to denigrate, starts to erode at your self-esteem. So I just feel like we all need to be kind because, like I said, if something would have happened, y'all would have did like a nice little, we've always loved Victoria. I was like, this woman is only 22 or 24 because y'all auditioned when she was 18, and just watching her, like I said, like I've always been sensitive to energies. I just feel like she has the weight of the world on her shoulders, and I've just never seen somebody so young have that, and it's just so disheartening to see. So all right, 6 days and we still need to cut 2 people. I have one here afterwards. I'm like, what is going on? So what they ended up doing is that the owner, Ms. Jones, comes in and she's just like, actually, we want the number to be 36 because I guess during COVID they had like an focus. During C19 they had 37 as an alternate just in case something happened. And I feel like if you knew you only wanted 36, you should have just said that. You know, like you should have just said you wanted 36. This would have saved so much time. Okay? Because you knew you wanted this number. Also, so the girl that they end up cutting is Ari. Ari's so adorable, by the way. Just these girls are so beautiful, bro. Like, I just want to just give them a big hug and say, you guys are beautiful. Don't let nobody tell you anything. But so Ari is too short. So, and I quote, Joan says allegedly, because this is social media. I can't quote it back too much. She says, from the back, she looks like a little girl running from behind. So they end up cutting her. And I think that I get frustrated with that because I'm a very upfront person. So when I sit there and I see you cutting somebody who's too short, you should have told her before she auditioned. Like, I have that on the last episodes. I mean, the last part of this, part 3, more in detail about that. But I'm very, very clear on things. So that's why usually if someone were like, I've rarely had it now. I'm being more outspoken about how I feel about things. I rarely had people disrespect me anymore because I have certain expectations. If you don't have certain expectations, you get cut. So if you would have came in and said no girl shorter than so-and-so height, you could have saved Arby this last weeks of boot camp. You know, like that's just my opinion. But they cut her because she's too short, and then they cut the second person they had cut. Remember, they had cut 2 people. The second person they cut was Charlie Juilliard. Basically, that's what I have her nickname as. They said that so I don't know why. I think they said something about like they just had to cut somebody, and they cut Charlie because they felt like Charlie is a redhead, Juilliard. Perfect. They cut her because I think she couldn't learn something about how she was like performing. They didn't like it. And like I said, once again, if you knew you didn't like how she performed or if she was too technical in ballet, like it was okay to let her go, you know? And I really feel like there was like a lack of communication there. And I feel like when you're running a business, like I really feel like you should be able to, I don't know how to describe it, but like when you're running a business, like I really feel like you should be able to say these things. This is your business, this is your brand. So I feel like you should be able to say whether or not this person is making that criteria or not. So I have Camille, class of 2023. They take the pictures, you know, like the veterans are like, we're not in a good fit. I'm Camille, she black. I said that right now, she black. But it's the class of 2023. All the cuts are done. Now it's time for game day.